Hi friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest, and today I'm going to share with you my journal pages I created for last week's prompts from the Janet Nash live stream. So she had a new live stream this morning, so I still have to do those prompts for this week. I don't have to do them, but I love to do them, so I'm looking forward to that. And this is my page, or actually I made two pages. So these are my journal pages I made for last week's prompts, which was March 20th. And the prompts for that week were candle, celebration, magic, print with something from nature, sparkle, music, or book paper. So I knew I was going to draw a nice big candle, and I mean, these prompts were just really amazing. They all went together. The candle, the celebration, magic, sparkle, music paper, and the lucky thing was that I had just received a piece of music paper by chance from a random ephemera pack I picked up on Etsy, and it just happened to have a music sheet in there, so that was lucky. I had book paper, so I could have done that, of course, but I really wanted to do music because I just thought that would fit so well with the whole celebration theme. So I was drawing some characters that are having a celebration. There's a big candle that they're gathering around. The stars represent magic, as well as there'd be some other magical elements too. And then the beasties themselves are magic. Even that candle's got some magic because you can see it has a little face and it's sending out good vibes and positive and loving vibes to everyone. And they are just having a nice old celebration there. And these weekly prompts are just so fun. You never know what Janet's going to pull out of her magical prompt box. And that's what makes it awesome. So sometimes you get one that just totally throws you off. It's like, how am I going to make that work? And then other times it all seems really cohesive. And either way, it just gets your mind thinking, gets the creative juices flowing, as they say. And it is just a blast. So, yeah, I wanted to have some friends coming here for the celebration. So I've got some little beastly kind of guys down at the bottom. I have an owl flying overhead. And I have a fox who's trotting through. And there's one thing we have in Doki Doki Forest. It is a lot of critters. And these ones were ready for a party. But let's get to one of our other prompts, which was print with something from nature. So I have a flower here. This was from a nice little bouquet of flowers that my husband picked me up one day, not for any reason. I think I was feeling just a little down, but not even for a particular reason. It was just one of those days when you feel a little bit blah and a little bit off, and you might not even be able to pinpoint why, but it's just the kind of day you're having. So he brought me home these flowers, and I decided I would grab this one and try to make a print with it. But as you can see, it was falling apart. I did get some nice prints, though. I do like what I got. They almost look like little fireworks, I was thinking. And then the little petals, as they fell off, they would get covered in the paint, and they looked beautiful, too. So then I thought, well, maybe I can attach some of these petals on the page. So I'll show you that later after they dried. And then for celebration, I'm taking this napkin, which we used at my son's birthday party. Well, this one's an unused one, of course. But yeah, they've got the party balloons and some stars. And there you can see my paper that had the petals that fell off of the flowers. And they dried, and they have some paint on them. So I'm going to incorporate those as well as the prints I got. And then I have my music sheets there, my music paper. And I just kind of wanted to put a little bit of color around the edge of everything, just so it would stand out because the paper's white, and I wasn't sure if I was going to paint the background or not, and I just kind of wanted it to look a little more magical as well. I didn't want it to just be plain. I was trying to get some nice colors on there. And then, of course, using the tacky glue to stick on my thicker paper here. Some of this is watercolor paper, The flowers I printed on a mixed media paper, and they're just a little bit thicker, so they need a little bit of a stronger glue. And even then, they always pop up, so I generally have to get a rock or two and weigh them down for a bit. Sometimes I just grab like a big old bottle that's there, whether it's the tacky glue bottle or modeling paste bottle, jar, I should say, and I'll just put that right on top too, just to weigh down the paper so it kind of flattens out. Otherwise, I always get those edges that want to just poke up. And yeah, I did decide to paint the background after all. I didn't want it to be all white. I wanted it to look like they were in the forest celebrating. So I am just putting an edge on there and just painting a little bit of teal, a little bit of green. Oh, and I had to glue down that napkin. That little napkin edge was trying to come up. And I did rip that balloon, but that's okay. It's still floating despite the rip. And, yeah, just get some little flecks of paint on there. And now, guess what this is? This is the glitter Mod Podge. So, one of the prompts was sparkle. So I decided to go all out with the sparkle. At first, I was just going to paint some of it with the sparkle Mod Podge. But no, then I decided I'm just going to go nuts. I'm going to paint the whole thing. Not just the napkin. Not just, an image, the whole thing. And it is very sparkly, and I love it. And now I'm just getting some details in here because I felt like when I painted it, you couldn't see the feathers on the owl or anything anymore. So the white pen helps with that, just so now you can see it. And we got to give these little stars some little rosy cheeks, rosy pink cheeks. And I forgot to color that guy's mouth, so we're just coloring that red. And now let's get everyone cut out and on the page. So we've got our owl, we're getting our stars in there. They are celebrating, they are magical, they are celebrating. The sparkle is also magical. I mean, look at that glitter. They're singing, that's the music that you see in the background. They're singing, they're happy. And I forgot to paint that fox, so I'm just using a little colored pencil to finish that off, and then of course the white gel pen. And I'm just adding everybody on there, or am I? Because I actually didn't realize until I was editing this video that I completely forgot to use one of the little beasties that I drew. I had another little guy. He was a little brown furry guy, but he had a scaly belly, and you may have seen me drawing him in the beginning and painting him. And then somehow, as I was creating this page, I cut out some characters, and he must have just fallen on the floor with the scraps. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, little beastie. He did not belong in the scrap pile. He was supposed to go on the page. So don't worry, at the very end of the video, you will see an updated image where I do add him. But for now, he's still on the floor. See, it's good I film things because I don't know if I would have realized that, I forgot to add him in there. I suppose I would have found him at some point. Some last finishing touches, and we are done. Here is the page. We have a candle. It's a celebration with magic. We've got the print with something from nature. We've got sparkle galore, and we have music paper. This was so much fun. Thank you, Janet, so much for these prompts. Thank you all for watching. I really enjoy this time with you, and I'll see you again soon.